Hi, my name is Sid, and this is a rant on our whatever we want to call it on the industry. Um, Things have changed. They've changed so much, and it's not so much about the technology that we use because I don't know. I'm not of the school of thought that everything changes. I'm just of the school of thought that everything evolves, and that you use your base as a foundation to relate to these new things. If you look at them and try to relate to them as this new wham bam thing, you're going to completely lose the whole point of why we're doing it. Web 2.0 wasn't brand new web, it was an evolution of the web. It was a evolution into a direction. I don't know. It's so much more than, okay, hey, you know what, OpenStack's coming out, or EC2's coming out, or, Amazon just released the cloud platform. What does this mean? Like, when Amazon released the cloud platform, that it was a big deal. It did matter, but it didn't make skill sets obsolete. I'm still using skill sets from like 1998, dude, in the cloud, efficiently. I think that's kind of part of the problem is we lose a lot of the traditional aspects of it, the base aspects, and keep treating these new technologies like if they're new, like if they completely throw everything that's already been learned out the window. It's kind of like when everyone started going crazy over the Ajax buzzword, when 90% of Ajax was nothing more than DHTML, but no one had any idea what the heck DHTML is. Like, that doesn't make sense. Understanding DHTML, understanding sites like Brata or guys like Brata before they disappeared, you know, understanding people like PlayStation, understanding people like Spider, who was just amazing when it came to action scripting animation. Um, Hell, go to Elevated. I don't even know if Elevated's still around, but that's a great example of, like, the second generation. Uh, whole point of what I'm saying is that there's so much that we could learn if instead of looking at the web as this continuously new thing, we looked at it as an evolution of something. Like for me, when I had to explain to people what Twitter was, I told them it was, imagine IM mixed with SMS in a MySpace style format, or in a similar format to the social networking aspects of MySpace. Or, to put it simply, imagine IM meets SMS meets MySpace. And they understood it. They got it. Twitter, out of everything that's out right now, what do I think holds the greatest potential? Social networking wise, Facebook, of course. MySpace, they really dropped the ball, and I mean, the community tried to support them. Hell, remember, I was hacking them for a while, but, and that just means hacking code to do things on the website I'm not supposed to. But Twitter is probably the best communication channel. And the reason I say that is because it's just really, really amazing things you can do with Twitter, especially if you integrate it into like your communication layer. And yeah, I'm actually talking about running applications using Twitter as a communication layer. But in theory, it's great. Writing the code, now that's going to be something else. But I'm enjoying this whole new realm of integration that we're seeing, of communication that we're seeing. We're able to build things now that we could have never built back in the day. And while it could have been built, it could have never been built on the scale and on the openness that it's being built today. But I would love to see things like Joshua Davis's old socket server project, where he had the colors and it was just, it was like a graphical representation of communication. I'd love to see like something like that for Twitter. Like that's I guess that's kind of what I mean. I think people are being very, very less artistic and more, I don't know, I want to say goal-oriented. We're developers, we're designers, we're interactives, whatever the hell you want to call us, hackers, social engineers, whatever. But I think that we have to go back to when it was just that. Before this became this commodity community, and instead was a creative community. I think that that's really what's missing right now. I think we're probably about maybe 1 or 2 generations away from probably one of the greatest generations in our field. And if we're not maintaining that creativity, what are we teaching the next generation of developers who will be better than we are naturally? Like skill sets that used to be like, great commodities to me in the past are completely obsolete now. And it's not that they're obsolete, it's just that common knowledge grows. But at the same time, the higher you get, the less people know. So, yeah. So that's my rant on the industry. Hi, my name is Sid. Mostly harmless.